Greetings and welcome to your Oracle message for the day. I am Kat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. Thank you so much for coming by and checking out the video, checking out the channel. This is a collective reading and it is timeless, so whenever you come across this video, however and whenever you find it, it's the right time for you to be getting this message. If you throughout the course of the video feel so inclined to like and or subscribe to the video and or channel. I don't make any money from these. This will never be a monetized channel as noted in the description down below, but it does help the YouTube algorithm help other people find these videos and find this channel. So if you feel so inclined to do that, I do encourage you to do that. We have been going through the Crystal Grid Oracle deck by Nicola McIntosh, and today's card is card number 15, Soul Healing. And before we go through the book and find out what the book says for our reading for the day, I always like to go through, for new friends, this is kind of the way that we run this channel. Okay, we're looking for the information and guidance and energy that's coming directly to us through the image on the card, through the stones that are bringing their power and their energy into this grid. And what we're looking at here with the card number 15, obviously 1 plus 5 equals 6. So this is the second of Tesla's perfected 369 numbers. We've also got a 12-pointed star here. So virtually the yin and yang, the feminine and masculine, balance and harmony with our soul healing, and tangerine quartz is what we are looking at and working with for our stone for the day. So if you have any of that, go ahead and grab it so that you can have it with you for the reading. If you don't have it, don't worry about it. That's the reason why we've got the cards, so that we can get the energy of the stones themselves through this grid, and the energy comes to us directly, hits you right there in the middle of the chest, honey, heart chakra. So beautiful, beautiful energy, the deck of these cards itself, but I really, really like today's reading for soul healing. It is literally what I've been talking about forever on this channel, as returning friends have probably gotten a little tired of hearing about. No apologies from me. It's all about soul healing. It's all about healing ourselves, feeling whole and complete in ourselves. That's where we find our peace, and that's where we find our power. So if you're not at peace with yourself, if you don't have self-compassion and self-acceptance, accepting the dark and the light, you cannot have light without dark. You cannot understand what one aspect is without seeing the other side. It's like looking at a penny and saying only the heads up is the one that I want to work with. That's not the way a penny works. It's got a tails too, and they are equally important, and they have important information to share from both sides. So the grid that we've got with this 12-pointed star is a dodecagram, okay? And much like the 9-pointed star, the 12-pointed star is also symbolically connected to completion. It is 4 threes representing wholeness, perfection. It symbolizes the cyclical nature of the universe, which is mirrored in the earthly constructs of time, as above, so below. There are 12 months in a year, 12 disciples, 12 constellations, 12 numbers on a clock, all of that stuff. It represents balance, harmony, unity, and connection. We have 2 overlapping hexagons that become a potent symbol for balance and harmony. They represent the interconnectedness of the physical and the spiritual, heaven and earth, any 2 opposite but complementary aspects of existence. It brings in the balance of the dualities. It brings in protection and good energy. It gives us our seasons. There's just a myriad of things that happen with the 12-pointed star. So a very powerful grid with what is a very powerful stone, tangerine quartz. Let's talk a little bit about the tangerine quartz, okay? Live passionately. This is your sacral chakra, your second chakra, base and then sacral. The color orange represented there. Sacral chakra is all about how we identify ourselves with family, with tribe, how we see ourselves fitting into our universe itself. Tangerine quartz inspires an enthusiasm for life, where each day is filled with passion, purpose, and possibility. It has an abundance of energy. It's a creative catalyst for inspiration, imagination, and manifesting new ideas. Remember, where babies grow in mommy's tummies is right there, right where the sacral chakra is. So this is in that two-dimensional reality where we think of our reality is born from mind first. You have to have a thought of something first before it can come into being. Everything that exists in this reality and in all of the realities that are connected, it's all about, it starts in the mind. You've heard this before, okay? It starts, that's why it's so important to be monitoring and being aware, being mindful of what's in our minds, right? So tangerine quartz raises your vibration with joyful optimism. It supports the healing of self-doubt and loss. If you're experiencing trauma, life is difficult, this bright orange crystal offers hope and understanding. It has a fresh perspective. It asks you to leave the past behind and rediscover your path to happiness. It diminishes the fear of inadequacy, transforms negative self-talk and limiting beliefs into charged positive action, reinforcing confidence in yourself and your abilities. It encourages you to pursue your passions. No matter the consequence, no matter the result, there is no good or bad. It inspires confidence, creativity, happiness, manifestation, passion, personal growth, strength, and vitality. So very, very active, very engaged energy for our reading for today. Let's take a look in the book and find out what the reading is for our card number 15, Soul Healing. Our keywords are soul healing, past life healing, and creativity. And just as a reminder for new friends, that this is not a reminder necessarily, but I don't know what the reading says in the book. I haven't opened it until I just opened it with you just now. So we're going through this together. And there's an exercise at the end that I encourage you to participate in as much as you can, as much as you feel called to do. But that's how you're going to get the most out of these readings itself, right? So, okay, we've got tangerine quartz, quartz, and optical calcite in our grid. Tangerine quartz is a powerful tool for healing the soul. It is said to help with trauma or shock of any kind, soul retrieval, and past life healing, and can show your soul how to see the positive in the lessons it learns. Shamans believe that when we experience trauma or shock, a part of our soul fragments or remains stuck in that time of our life. If you have ever felt you haven't been the same since a certain event happened, it could be an opportunity to journey back to that event and bring that part of your soul home. Sometimes you can also be reliving your past life energy. Generally, if you keep doing something or a certain situation keeps happening and you have no idea why, it can indicate past life healing is needed. Working with a shaman can help you in this situation, as can calling on the healing energy or spirit of tangerine quartz. Tangerine quartz will help your soul heal and understand the lesson or gift in each traumatic or learning experience. Tangerine quartz is also a beautiful aid to help with creativity and raising Kundalini energy, which are both healing activities for the soul that allow you to release blockages and to nurture yourself. And our exercise for the day, drawing this card may indicate it's time to seek out some healing from an external source. Perhaps find yourself someone who does soul retrieval if you feel drawn to that. If you're familiar with doing soul retrieval yourself, you might like to sit down and look at what patterns seem to be a recurring theme and do some internal work to discover their origins. If it stems from a particular event, you could travel back in meditation or journey to yourself in that time and bring that part of yourself home. Or reassure yourself that where you are now is a safe place. Feel the emotions and then release them and let them go. Oh my gosh. How beautiful is that? What a beautiful, I knew it was going to be amazing. Some of these readings honestly kind of bring me to tears a little bit. So I apologize if I sound a little kind of like that. And obviously throat chakra gets engaged every time I'm doing these readings. So anyways, that is our reading for the day. Tangerine quartz, if you have anything that's orange in your house at all, carry that around with you. If you have the chance, if you have the opportunity to wear something orange, it doesn't have to be really big. Orange is not everyone's favorite color. I personally love orange. It reminds me of sunrises and sunsets. Some of my favorite colors of roses and other flowers are that pink orange. It's just one of my favorite colors. It really is. And this card represents that very strongly. If you are feeling like you are experiencing the same patterns of negative situations that keep coming up over and over, there's a reason for it, and it's not necessarily that you're drawing them to you intentionally. I can tell you from personal experience, I have not that far back in my past, maybe 3 years ago, had started recognizing the same kind of work environments, no matter where I was working, what state, what city, what type of work I was doing. It didn't seem to make any difference. I kept running into the same kind of thing, the same kind of problem at my work. I would run into the same kind of situations with romantic interests, where I kept seeing to draw these same types of people. And I had no idea, because it was certainly not something that I wanted consciously, and I didn't actually want it subconsciously either. The problem is if I didn't address the root cause of why that experience happened to me the first time, what I was supposed to learn that first time, then I'm going to keep learning it. I'm going to keep relearning it. It's like taking a class and not necessarily failing, but not getting everything accomplished that needed to be accomplished in that class. So you keep going back and redoing the homework, keep redoing the tests, keep redoing the experience. I don't know about you, but I got a little tired of that after a while. And I decided I did not want to be relearning that. I may need to relearn it, but it was already learned. It was already in my soul, in my heart, and in my mind. I just had to put the stuff all together, and that involves having those quiet times. I highly recommend a bit of meditation in the morning. It doesn't have to be that long. And although it is always much better to be sitting, or you can do it in bed, laying in bed, before you get up out of bed in the morning, if you don't fall back to sleep. That's the main thing. Don't fall back asleep. I don't want you missing your alarm if you got to get up, okay? But take that time sometime during the day. Morning is just always better, because it's a new day. Things have not happened yet, except for waking up. And if you woke up and missed the alarm, or you woke up too early, or you woke up too late, or you woke up and you are in pain, that doesn't make any difference. Those will be dealt with. The point is that your mind is still fresh from dreamland. And that's the best time to take that meditation. Just ask yourself, is there anything that's in my life right at this second, right now, that I'm seeing that repeating pattern for, and I don't like it. I don't like the way things are going. I can see where things are headed, and I don't want any more of it. I'm done. I am done. Once you have that conversation with yourself and say, yes, okay, I grew up in a abusive home where parents fought, where one parent hurt physically the other parent, where law enforcement was involved in a regular basis for me for the first 11 years of my life. So you want to talk about trauma? I can totally relate. The reason why I'm telling you that is because those experiences obviously were not things that I drew to me, but they were things that were teaching me. They were teaching me about what kind of partner I wanted when I grew up, what kind of relationships I wanted in general, what kind of home environment did I want, what kind of work. My mom worked out of the house, and I loved that. Now I'm working out of my house and I have a remote job, and I love it. I'll never have an experience like that office experience again. I took the steps and made the change, and that's what you're being requested to do. 1616 on the timer, guys. This is very important. It's crucial because unless you really enjoy going around and around and around, I see the number 8 in our grid here. I didn't notice that before, but we've definitely got a number 8 in that center coming as above, so below, bringing in that experience as within, so without, the east and west quadrants as well as the north and south. So it's not easy, but I was going to say it's required. It is necessary unless you want to keep doing the same thing over and over again. And no, it wasn't Einstein that said, the definition of insanity. I think it's actually an Alcoholics Anonymous saying. So let's make our attributions correct when we have the opportunity, right? So we are being always guided, encouraged, invited by universe, because this whole experience is about us healing ourselves first. We show other people that it's safe for them to heal themselves. And this is how we heal the planet. So, beautiful reading, beautiful energy for the day. You are healed. Declare that. I am healed. I am whole. I am healed. I am whole. Just keep repeating that over and over and over throughout the day today. As these situations come up, let them go. Release them. Okay? Love them and bless them. Send them off into the light. So, reading for the day. You guys have an amazing day. I love you. Namaste and ciao for now.